you will find good, down-home Southern recipes made easy. Y'all, it is cold today. Y'all know that we are having like a cold streak running across a lot of the states. And there's nothing better in cold than homemade soup. I'm making homemade soup. I'm going to show you how I'm making mine today, okay? So I have 1 pound of ground chuck right back here in this pot, and I am going to make a quick and easy hamburger soup. I've already cooked the ground chuck. I drained off the grease. Now it's up to you whether you drain that grease off or not. You can leave it on there if you would like, or you can drain it off. Okay, I drained mine off. Now, then I added just a little bit of water to the pot because I'm going to put in this diced onion. And I need just a little bit of liquid in here so that things don't start burning. Welcome everybody. Glad y'all are on here. Y'all leave a comment and send some thumbs up, some likes, some hearts. Let me know y'all are on here. Okay. Now I pulled, when you're making soup, y'all, you can just use whatever you have on hand. Okay. That's what I'm doing today. I went to my freezer, got a pound of ground chuck, went to my cabinets, pulled out some vegetables, some canned vegetables. They're right down here. I went to my freezer inside here, pulled out just some scraps of leftover vegetables from other meals that I have made. And that's what I'm going to make my soup with. Okay, you don't have to have a hard and fast recipe when you're making soup. All you got to have is some meat and some vegetables. And if you're vegetarian or if you're vegan, all you got to have is vegetables. Okay? Hey, Simply Deep. Yes. Yes, you can make it with ground turkey. You sure can. You sure can. That will work fine. So I've got that in there now. I pulled out of my freezer. I've got some diced celery. So I had some leftover celery in my refrigerator, and I didn't want it to ruin. So I diced it up and put it in the freezer. Well, we're going to go ahead. We're going to do some soup. You can call, there's a couple other names for this soup. You can call soup because you're just using your leftovers that you have just stuck in the freezer, waiting until you get enough vegetables and meat together to make a soup. You can call it scrappy soup, refrigerator clean out soup. Okay, those are a couple of other names that you can call this. Okay, so let me stir this up, and I'm going to let this saute for just a few minutes, okay? I'm going to bump my heat on up to about medium high. Put that lid on there. We'll let that saute for a few minutes. All right, glad to see everybody on here today. Now, y'all let me know where you're from. What state are you in? If you are in America, or you may be in a foreign country, you may be over in the, I'm trying to think what they call it. The UN, maybe, is that what it's called? Over in Europe. Y'all may be over there. Y'all let me know where you're from, okay? So, no, John Nacito, you can't be a moderator. I don't know you, so no, you can't do that. Hey, Linda. Linda is from Arizona. Okay. I am down here. Linda, glad to have you on here. And so I am down here in South Alabama, y'all. I am almost on the coast of Alabama. Hey, Andrew. And so anyway, we are having about a week of winter, and really that is unusual for us. And I'm just talking a few minutes while that is sauteing, okay? Really, that is unusual for us here where I live. Usually we'll have maybe 2 or 3 nights where it'll get down in the 30s or maybe the 20s. And then that'll go away and we'll be back warm weather again. So this is just a bit unusual for us to have a week of really cold weather. So I hope everybody out there is being safe. And I know there's some places that the electricity has been out and it has been negative temperatures and stuff like that. Andrew, not everybody's telling me where they're from, but I'm asking them to, so you can tell me where you're from. That would be nice. The soup, since I am using hamburger meat or ground chuck, this is a soup that you can make really quickly. If you were using stew meat or a roast or something like that, you have to cook that stew meat for a couple of hours for it to be tender. But ground beef, you just throw it in there, you brown it, and it is ready to go. So that really cuts down on the cooking time if you use ground beef. Hey, Callie, I'm good. How are you? And where are you from? What state are you from? Andrew is from Texas. Sandra is from Michigan. All right, great. Let's see, Amos is from Iowa. So how is y'all's? Thank you, Callie. Thank you so much. So how is y'all's weather where you are at? Are y'all in one of the areas that's got really, really cold weather? My sister and brother-in-law was down for a few days. They live in Arkansas, and they had come down for a few days to visit. And okay, Callie's in Georgia. They came down for a few days and visit. Well, while they were down here, that cold weather came through up in Arkansas, and they had to stay here a few extra days because the roads were impassable. They couldn't get back home. But they left yesterday and finally got home. But they ran into some really bad road conditions before they got home. Oh, Linda says, we're wearing shorts. Man, Linda, where are you at? Are you in Florida? Where are you at? All right, now, I think we're getting up into the 50s today, but tonight we're going to drop back down to about 26. And that is really, really cold for us. And I know there's some of y'all in some of the states, you just wish it was 26 there. You would be happy if it was 26. Hey, Sandra. Linda, desert? You're in the desert? Okay. All right. All right, we've been letting this cook for just a few minutes. And y'all, I meant to add a little minced garlic. I'll go ahead and add that now, okay? So we'll add a little bit of minced garlic. Now, if you don't like garlic, you don't have to add this, okay? But I like garlic. I'm going to add a couple of teaspoons of garlic to this, okay? Now, it's important when you're cooking. This is very important. My mama taught me this, okay? You have to take your spoon and you have to tap on the pot, on the side of the pot like that. That's important, okay? That helps your food to have a good flavor. In case y'all didn't know that. No, that's just a joke, y'all. My mom did. She tapped her spoon on the side of the pot. And us kids, we do the same thing. Okay, it's 12 degrees in Georgia. All right. Okay. All right, let me stir this up. Just get that stirred in there. We're going to start adding our vegetables. See, That's important. That's important, just like that. Okay, so I just got vegetables, like I said. What I had on hand, that's what I'm going to use, okay? So this is tomatoes, okra, and corn. I'm just going to pour that right in there. And I have a can of Rotel. That is going to be really good. Now, this is the mild Rotel. There's original and there's hot. So however spicy you want it to be, that's what you use, okay? But we're using mild. Okay. I have a can of mixed vegetables. Let me add that in. All right, let me just kind of stir this up, see where we are at, and see if I want to add other stuff, okay? You can just make this like you want it, like you like it. That is looking really, really good, y'all. That's fabulous. Okay, that is great. Okay, I have a can of mushrooms. Some people don't like mushrooms. I love mushrooms. So we're going to put that can of mushrooms in there. There we go. Now, I wanted to use tomatoes. I wanted to use canned tomatoes in this, but I am out of tomatoes, the cans of tomatoes, but this is a little bit of tomato sauce that was in my freezer. I'm going to add that to it. Okay. Get that down in there and let it melting. And I've still got some other vegetables that I will probably add some of these other vegetables. Now, I have some frozen English peas. Now, y'all, I don't like to eat English peas just by themselves, you know, just like cook some English peas and eat them. I don't like that. But I will eat it in soup. So I'm going to add just a little bit of the English peas. Let's put that in, just a tad, not a whole lot. Okay, there's a little bit. I'm going to add a little corn. Not sure how much. We'll just dump some in there. Let me give this a stir. Okay, and I have some green beans. I'm going to add a little bit of these green beans. Kelly, I am making this soup. This is what's going to be for dinner tonight. And I am from South Alabama, Mobile County, Alabama. I'm going to add a little bit of the green beans, probably about half of this can of green beans. Okay, let me see if I want to add anything else. All right, I think I'll add this. This is some black beans that I had in the freezer, some leftover black beans. I'm going to add them. All right, that is looking delicious, y'all. Really, really good. Can y'all see that? Well, Callie, you said, how do you make your soup? All you got to do is watch this live. I'm making it live for you right now, okay? Now, if you are... You put that lid on, hold the heat in, let it start cooking. Now, if you are enjoying this content, would you subscribe to South Alabama Cooking here on YouTube? It doesn't cost anything to subscribe, and if you would subscribe, I would appreciate that, and that'll help my channel, you know, be successful, help it grow, and I'd appreciate it, okay? I think I'm going to have to add some more tomato sauce. So I've got this right here just in case I need to add some more tomato sauce. So I think I'll go ahead and open up, maybe, let me see. Let me see what I think. We'll see. We'll just see how it goes. Okay, so while I am waiting on that stuff to warm up, I'll start cleaning up, okay? Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Okay, let's turn around here. Y'all see all of this on my counter here? That is some herbs that I grow, and also wild edibles that I am drying. Right there, got those laid out. Okay, so here's what I do with my leftovers. I get a Ziploc bag. Let me get around here. I'm gonna write on this Ziploc bag what I'm putting in it, and I'm gonna write the date, and then I'll stick that in the freezer. Okay, so I've got green beans. And I'll just dump these right in there, just like that. And I need to put my corn. I've got some leftover corn. I need to put it up. So basically we are just letting this soup cook. We want to make sure that we keep some liquid in there so that it doesn't cook dry and burn on bottom. Manny, this is not a dating site. This is a cooking site, so you need to go away, okay? All right, I'm gonna put this in the freezer. Now, I have a cookbook available right here, South Alabama Cooking, that has my family recipes in it that have been passed down through the generations in our family. You can go to my profile. The website address is there, and you can go to the website and you can order this cookbook if you would like a cookbook. So just add as much liquid in here as you like. Some people like more liquid in their soup than others. Some people like just very little liquid. So you just do it like you like it, okay? All right, I'm going to have to open up this other tomato, this tomato sauce here. And put some of it in there because it's not as tomatoey as I want it to be, okay? Having a hard time getting this lid cut off of here. Let me mess with it here. Maybe I can wiggle it off here. Have to be careful, y'all, because the edge of these lids, they will cut you badly. I'm gonna have to get a knife or something. Try to get this off of here. Here we go, maybe. Wiggle that loose. There we go. Add a little bit of that to it. Add a little water. All right, so basically, all I need to do now is just let this thoroughly warm. And it's going to be ready to go.
Woohoo, that soup looks good.
Here's Carla, y'all.
Hey, I'm Carla. I was hoping I'd get the chance to hijack Denise's soup video. Is there okra in there, Denise?
Yes, I do. Bill, I have okra in it. I sure do.
Sometimes we add some extra okra because I like okra.
Yes, soup is good with okra in it. We love okra in it. Like Carla said, I usually add some extra okra. I don't have any. I'm out of extra okra right now, but I usually add extra okra.
This smells delicious, y'all. It smells delicious.
Now, y'all see we got a pot full of soup here, and that is going to be enough soup to feed us about 3 times, probably.
So we'll get to eat it and eat it and eat it.
So we'll eat it today. We'll eat it for supper today. We'll probably eat it for supper tomorrow. And then the rest of it, I will freeze. I'll put in the freezer, and then we can pull that out in the future for just a quick meal, warm it up for a quick meal. So anyway, that's kind of the way I do this. If you cook more than you can eat in one, for one meal, then you can freeze it. And that's what I usually do.
Yes, we are twinning. And somebody said they had never tried okra. So okra is really good fried with a little batter and fried, and it is also good in soup. And yes, that's a good way to have it. We get you don't usually get fresh okra, right? Usually you get
I
frozen
usually
okra.
get frozen okra.
Or I think this okra is in a can.
Mhm.
And the Margaret Holmes tomato, okra, and corn in a can. That's a good way to have it. And there's not a ton of it, so if you don't like it so well, you could always just push it aside. But
And I don't know if I've already told you or not, but this soup, it freezes well. So, some foods don't freeze good. Don't taste good once you freeze it and try to pull it back out and warm it up. But this soup freezes well.
Well, thank y'all for the compliments. I think one of the things that I like about soups is that they're so easy. So Denise makes a lot of candy recipes, and she's got those in her cookbook. If you like sweets, those are some delicious recipes. And they have to, you really need a cookbook, or you really need a list of instructions, because they have specifics. You need to put this and this and this. And if you miss an ingredient, it can really be a big deal. But soup is not like that. And that's one of the nice things about soup. Honestly, if you just have some vegetables, and if you're a vegetarian, that's all you need is vegetables. If you're not, if you like meat, like I am, I'm a meat eater, then some meat and some vegetables, and then you need something for your broth. So sometimes you can use like the tomato sauce, or
chicken broth, or beef broth, vegetable broth, any of those.
Mm-hmm. Or you can just put some water in it. If you don't have any broth, you can just put some water in it. You can really make it with whatever you have on hand. So if you don't want to get out, if you don't feel like getting out, if it's too cold like it is right now here, and you don't want to get out, then you don't have to get out. You can just see what I've got and put it in there, and then have a different flavor every time.
And that's what I'm doing today, y'all. I told you I just went to my freezer. I went to my cabinets. I pulled out just food that I had here already, and I'm making soup with it.
And the more you do it, the easier it is to know, oh, this will go good with this, and this probably won't go good with this. But anyhow, soup is just one of those easy things you can do. And you can put it, like if you've got the meat fairly cooked, you can put it in a crock pot and just let it cook through the day. I've done that. Yes. Or you can put it on a low boil or a low setting and just let it cook through the day in your pan, can't you? You just have to make sure, you want to make sure your meat's thoroughly cooked, because it does have to get up hot enough to be good and cooked. Yeah. And it just dawned on me, y'all, I need to add some salt and pepper, okay? I just thought about it. Oh. So let's add a little salt and pepper in here, just according to taste, okay? Yeah, and if you don't do salt, if salt is one of those things that's, you struggle about with your health, well then... Oh, that's close up. Let's turn it back on Denise, shaking that pepper out. If you don't do salt, you don't have to do salt. Most of these things, like your Rotel, that's something that I learned in the last few years, is that Rotel has some great seasonings in it. So if you throw that into whatever your mixture is, it's kind of like a good broth. It's very tasty. So that's one way that you can add some seasons without adding a lot of, salt, and having a bunch of different seasonings that you have to add in. It's got some really good flavor as far as that goes. And you can use like other seasonings, salt-free seasonings. Carla, what did you used to use for your granddad? Wasn't there something you used for him? Yeah, I used a lot of Miss Dash. Can I turn it on? Yeah, that's fine. I used a lot of Miss Dash, and those are generally salt-free. I don't know if they have any salt options with that. You've also got like Accent is the salt-free version, and most of your seasonings nowadays will have a salt-free version or a low-sodium version. You do have to watch though, because some of them I checked out, they had added sugar. It was low sodium, but they added sugar, I guess, to try to get you addicted to it. Somebody's asking where they can get the cookbook. Yeah, so we have this on the website, and if you go to South Alabama Cooking's profile on any of her channels or any of her platforms, or you just search South Alabama Cooking, the website link will be there, and you can order it straight from the website. She does have it spiral bound. That's the easiest. And it's the least expensive, but it's the easiest. You can easily open it up, turn it around backwards, make notes, all that kind of stuff. But she does have a hardback book. The hardback is just it's a more firmer, more, to me it's a sturdier book, but you probably would need a cookbook stand because it's not going to stay open for you while you do your recipes. So we actually do have a cookbook stand that you can put it on. And oh, you do it because I can't hold it and put it on the cookbook stand at the same time. So you can set it in a cookbook stand, which looks really cute on your kitchen counter. And we also have printable recipes on her website as well. So a lot of these, not all of them, we're working on it, but this is not our main gig that we do. So I have a regular full-time job. So, but we do have a lot of the recipes online where you can print them, and they have the backstories to go with them. So the fun stories that, like she told about her mom a while ago, she tells the stories about where she got the recipes and about her family eating the recipes for different events and things like that.
And that's on the website.
That's
right?
on the website.
That's
too.
printable recipes on the website.
Yeah. And so those are, the links are in all of her bios on all of her platforms that she's on. She's on multiple social media.
Yeah,
so if you use other social medias, she's on there too. South Alabama Cooking.
Yeah, just look for me. Whatever platforms you are on, you can just search South Alabama Cooking, it'll pull me up. Okay.
And Bill says you can customize soups to your personal taste so easily. And that is so right. Like if you like things hot, you can easily chop up some pepper and throw it in there. Or if you have an allergy to something, you can just keep that out. He said even men can make soup.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought that was good.
Hey, there are some good cooks that are men.
They sure are.
It's not exclusive to women.
Okay, y'all, this soup is done. So I'm going to pull it off of the burner. We're just going to put it right over here.
David said his father made some really good chili. Yeah, chili is another really good, easy thing that you can customize yourself.
So we will do, I'm just going to get a couple of small bowls. We'll just do a little taste test for y'all, okay? You want to grab a couple of spoons for us?
Yeah.
And I'll dip up just a little bit of this. Let y'all see it, how pretty it is.
Yeah, I'm all in for a taste test. And y'all can just imagine, we would let y'all taste some if you were nearby, but.
You take that.
Oh, did I not get you a spoon? Maybe
I don't
should get you
know.
a spoon.
She's planning on just eating it herself. She ain't gonna let me have none after I done slaved over it.
What are friends for?
So, let y'all see it.
Before we burn our mouth on it.
Well, yeah, we're gonna try to blow on it, cool it down a little bit, okay? Before we eat it.
And speaking of customizing, when we were originally talking about making soup, because we have a lot of other things going on today, so we thought, well, soup's good, it's easy. And when we were originally talking about making soup, we were going to use a different meat, weren't we? What was
We were
it?
going to use elk meat, wild elk. That's what we were going to use.
Yeah, that a friend gave us, and it got freezer burnt, so.
Yeah, so we had to switch over to something else.
We should have used it up a long time ago. I like it. And it's not too seasoned either. It's not like crazy seasoned.
That is delicious. Now, Carla and I are not bread people. Some people.
I'm a chip people.
Yeah, she loves chips. Some people have to have bread with their meal, but we're not bread people. So we can eat it just like this, or you can put. I'm just giving you some options, okay? You can eat it with crackers
Or chips.
or chips. Carla wants chips with hers. You can make you a little pound of cornbread, or you can make you some biscuits, okay? Any of that
Mm-hmm.
will be good. And by the way, I have begun making recipes, small batch recipes, because I have found out there's a lot of people out there that maybe it's just one person living by themselves, or maybe it's two people, maybe it's husband and wife or something like that. And they need to know how to make just 4 biscuits or just a little small pan of cornbread or something like that. So I've begun doing that, and that will be posted on my YouTube channel if you're one of those people that just need to know how to downsize and cook small batches. Okay?
And she has her cornbread, several cornbreads and biscuits on the channels, and on some of them are on the website too. I'm not sure if all of them are on there. I didn't know there was multiple kinds of cornbread, but there is. There's hot water cornbread. She's done buttermilk cornbread. She's done Mexican cornbread, or Southwest, however you want to do it, call it. And there may be some other ones, I'm not sure. I don't think you do sweet cornbread, do you?
I have done it, but I usually don't make sweet cornbread, but I have made it before. That's Me says, your home is older like mine. I wouldn't move into one of these brand new style homes if they gave it to me. I love my old home. That's me. I love this old home like this. I've had people tell me I need to update my home, and I'm like, I have no intentions of updating my home. I love my home just like it is. So, and if y'all, I don't know if y'all have noticed, but you see my drop-in stove, you see the color of that stove, and my double ovens. How many of y'all remember that, the double ovens and the color of my stove there? That is,
Oh, I blocked the double ovens, didn't I? Sorry about that.
yeah, let them see them. See, there's the double ovens right there. This is Harvest Gold. This is a color from the 70s and the 80s. And these appliances, and I have a dishwasher right down here. There you go, Harvest Gold. These appliances are 50 years old, and they're still working. And so anyway, I love my house just like it is. Okay, well, y'all, that is all for today. Thank y'all for coming in to this live. We appreciate that. And again, if you're not subscribed, would you subscribe to South Alabama Cooking? It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. And y'all just stay tuned, because I have more recipes coming up, okay?
And feel free to search through her videos. You're going to find some really good tasting stuff. Trust me, I'm an eater. And they're good. They're good.
Now I got to figure out how to get out of here. I got to figure out how to end this live. I have the hardest time trying to remember how to end
Probably
this
the
live.
X.
Oh, maybe it's the X. Okay. Love you folks. We'll see you next time with some really good food. Okay.